This is Coach and the Kid. I'm the Kid, and today Coach and I will be talking about Damian Lillard's future. There's been a lot of rumors in the playoffs as to whether he would go to the Lakers or whether he was going to stay in Portland, given that they were probably going to draft Brandon Miller or Scoot Henderson, who would play alongside him. And now there are a lot of interesting players in free agency. So before me and Coach get into that, I'm just going to go over the roster list that I have in front of me. For Portland, obviously Damian Lillard. After that, his right-hand man, Anthony Simons. And then Jeremy Grant, Yusuf Nurkic, Shadon Sharp, Cam Reddish, Matisse Thybulle, Nasir Little, Justin Swinslow, Kevin Knox, Andrew Nicholson, Keon Johnson, Drew Eubanks, Ryan Arcidiacono, Greg Brown, Trendon Watford, Eric Bledsoe, Jabari Walker, John Butler, Didi Luzada, Shaquille Harrison, Skylar Mays, Oliver Sarr, Jonathan Williams, Justin Minaya, Ibu Baji, and their draft picks Scoot Henderson, Chris Murray, and the French player Ryan Rupert. So, Coach, given our research of free agents, should Damian Lillard stay or go?
He should stay, in my opinion. I think his best chance to win is to stay. He wants to stay. He's a loyal guy. He always has been. He's always said that he wants to stay in Portland. And I think it's his best chance to win, honestly. If I was a coach in the NBA, I was a free agent coach because, that's a thing now. And I had a choice of coaching any team in the NBA, honestly, I would pick the Trailblazers because their team is full of a lot of guys that I love. The first priority, no disrespect to Dame at all, but the first priority is they got to take care of Jeremy Grant. Jeremy Grant, I fell in love with him. First of all, I watched him in Denver. The Pistons were fortunate enough to get him, and then they were stupid enough to get rid of him. Right? But we got a chance to see him firsthand in Detroit. I was excited when they got him, and then he exceeded my expectations. He is one of the top wing defenders in the NBA. He has improved his shot tremendously. He is a bona fide scorer. Honestly, I would rather have Jeremy Grant playing 82 games than Kawhi Leonard playing 22 or 24 or whatever he decides. Like, seriously, I might just rather have him, period, because Jeremy is going to play every game. Kawhi is going to play when he feels like it. So that's how high I am on Jeremy Grant. He makes every team he's been on better. Listen, the NBA is tough. So Portland didn't have a great season this year, but they've been there pretty much every year Dame has been there. And Dame has gotten better every year with the exception of last year. He's getting older, but the competition is also getting tougher. So sometimes it's not about what you're doing. It's about what the other teams are doing. With Golden State, who I feel just needs to give up. I don't feel like they need to keep trying to win. I've seen too many championship teams try to extend their window, and it ends up hurting them. The Pistons did that after 2004, 2005. Once it became apparent, okay, it's time to blow this team up, Joe Dumars made, one of the few mistakes that he's made outside of Josh Smith and getting rid of Chauncey Billups and bringing in Allen Iverson. That killed the entire franchise. And it hasn't returned since. Now you have Chauncey in Portland. He knows what it takes to win. So even though most of those guys ain't gonna be there, if they're able to get Jeremy Grant back, and I don't know what their salary cap thing is. I don't know, what the cap is. They're at 144 million right now, but I don't know what all that's factoring. They need to bring Jeremy Grant back. If they're able to do that, then you have one of the most dynamic rosters in the NBA. I would start obviously Damian Lillard, uh, Anthony Simons. Jeremy Grant is a three, people. Okay, he is a three. The problem that people have in trying to rate Jeremy Grant, they try to put him at a four. He's not a four. He does not rebound like a four. He rebounds like a three. Okay, so I would put him at the three, and then just all they need is a big that can stretch the floor and rebound. Now those guys are hard to find, but like I would take a look at. I don't know what's going on with Robert Williams. I know he was mentioning some trade rumors or something like that. Um, of course, he has to stay healthy, but that Robert Williams would be fantastic. Christian Wood.
Yeah, Christian Wood is your favorite big man.
Christian Wood, Christian Wood's going to help somebody win a championship. If Dallas is stupid enough to let him go, that would be awesome, and that would continue in Christian Wood wearing red jerseys. He's always on a red team except Dallas. Christian Wood is awesome. That would be a great pickup. I don't know that they can afford Jeremy Grant and Christian Wood, though. So, unfortunately, they might have to get rid of Jeremy Grant. And then in that case, you're going to start Shaden Sharp, who I also love. So, Dame, Anthony, Shaden Sharp, if they're able to, they need a big. They need a big that can stretch, rebound, and give them some rim protection. They need a lot of rim protection, which Christian Wood, he's going to give like a block and a half. If you can find another specialist to like really shut people down at the rim, that's the key. That's really the difference with the Golden State Warrior teams. Early on they had Bogut. A lot of people didn't give Bogut credit, but he protected the basket for them a little bit. That's why Miami keeps surprising people because they got Bam Adebayo. Which leads me to the next thing. Dame says if he has to be traded, it would be to the Miami Heat. And
he literally said he wants to go to Miami.
Did you just hear what I said? I said if he's traded, his first choice is Miami, and his second choice is Brooklyn. That's he's got his everybody copying off of Draymond, so he's got his own YouTube channel, and he talks to somebody. I don't know who it is. He talks to somebody on his YouTube channel, but he said out of his mouth he wants to stay in Portland. But that being said, if Dame was a free agent and you said, hey, let's try to make it happen in Miami, that would make a lot of sense. Problem is to get Dame, Miami's going to have to give up something. And they don't have much to give up other than, you're going to have to get, Strus is a free agent, I think. I don't know if he's restricted. You're going to have to give up probably Hero, Strus.
Man, the amount of money that Jimmy Butler's, Damian Lillard is making, they might have to give up Jimmy Butler.
Right. It might have to, from a talent perspective, it probably has to be Jimmy. So if you are able to put a team together of Bam, Damian Lillard, and Jimmy Butler, you're going to be running the rest of your team with G Leaguers and whoever they draft, which Miami is fantastic at drafting. So I don't know if they had a pick. Did we call their name this year? I don't know if they had a pick.
From UCLA.
I know nothing about him. I'm sure I trust the Miami front office. They're excellent. So they saw something that they like. But yeah, that's if it was just a free agent situation, it would be better. They're gonna have to. I'm telling you, Tyler Hero's gonna be gone. Strus is gonna be gone. Picks are gonna be gone. Probably another player. Like I don't see them having the assets unless you include Jimmy Butler. Now, I'm going to keep it real with you. If they give up Jimmy Butler, the team that benefits the most, I'm going to keep it real with y'all 1,000%, is Portland. If you run out a team, now you're starting Scoot Henderson probably. You starting Anthony Simons. You have Jimmy Butler, who is gonna, anchor your defense. He's gonna hit big shots. I don't think he would be the one. I don't think. Well, no, that's not true. Jimmy is comfortable being a one guy. There's no doubt, but I don't think he truly is. He has these incredible spurts where he scores, 53 points on 26 shots. One of the most incredible things I've ever seen. But you saw in the finals, he kind of petered out. And also in the final, I wish teams would just stop. Just stop trying to win now. It doesn't work. Denver showed everybody the right way to do it. The right way to do it is to draft guys and be patient. Yes, they made a couple trades, but the guys that they drafted, Jamal Murray, Jokic, Michael Porter, those guys stayed there. All they did was pick up Bruce Brown and a couple of other guys. So Portland and every other team needs to follow suit and just let it happen. Stop trying. The Lakers have tried several times. Everywhere LeBron goes, he tries to win now. It only works because it's LeBron. Every other team that has tried it, the Phoenix Suns, Dallas tried to do it last year. I could have told everybody, I wish we had our show when they got Kyrie, because what I was saying privately. He's going to destroy the locker room. Everywhere Kyrie goes, he destroys the locker room. So it just doesn't work. Draft guys and be patient. So what do you got to add?
What I have to add is, how long do you think Scoot Henderson is going to take either Anthony's or Dame's job in a few years? Because Dame is getting old and they need a new star.
You kind of answered my question. You said a few years. How long do you think it's going to take? A few years? It ain't going to take no few years. First of all, Dame got to stay healthy. I think it's going to take as long as somebody gets hurt. Scoot's going to be taking that job. It's his job. I'm telling you. So, it's in Damian Lillard's best interest to stay there, because if you can run a team of him and Anthony Simons, hopefully they keep Jeremy Grant, or even if they don't, Shaden Sharp, and then you got Scoot coming off the bench, I can argue right now that would be one of the greatest three-guard lineups ever. And I know they haven't played a game, but they have the potential to be. That is one of the most potent three-guard lineups ever. And all they would need is a Miles Turner, Christian Wood, something like that. That's all they would need. You know what I'm saying? To really make it happen. So, long answer to a simple question: what should Dame do? I think he should just stay put, man. And I really do think with Chauncey, in the next 2 to 3 years, even if Dame is coming off the bench in 2 to 3 years, which he might have to do, I think that's his best chance to win a championship.